What's up, guys? It is Tuesday. Oh my gosh, no, it's not Tuesday. It's Monday. It is Monday, October 24th, and my gosh, it has been a Monday. It's been just one of those Mondays, and I'm just now getting to the gym at 4 o'clock in the PM, which I wanted to be here by like 2, but it's fine. Life happens sometimes. I'm about to go in and do part of my brand new programming that Robbie wrote for me. It's more of a powerlifting leg day because my main objective in this off season is to just gain overall size. I mean, all over in my whole body, but especially in my legs. But then I will also have like an additional glute and hamstring focused leg day later in the week, which will be, you know, all conditioning moves. It will be higher volume than what you see today. I mean, I don't even know that today will even be a full workout. We're really just testing my maxes because I've never really tried to, you know, max out on weight in any way. I've never tried to record a 1 rep max or anything like that. So I'll be interested to see what that is and where I'm at with that. It's really not the best day for it today because I'm not in the greatest headspace. I'm just kind of stressed out and tired and I've got a lot going on. But this is just your friendly reminder that some days it sucks. Like some days it's hard to get in the gym and you don't want to, but you know you're gonna feel a lot better about it after you get it done. You know you're gonna hurt, but it'll be worth it. You know, when I step on stage next year and see the gains, and this, in my opinion at least, is where champions are made, in the hard off-season days where you don't have a direct goal right around the corner or another show, you know, ever so many weeks away to get ready for, when you're just really trying to better yourself and do every single thing you can every day to improve your package next year. And that's what the sport's all about, I think. But with that being said, I will tell you guys more about the difference in the lifting after the video because I'm kind of late and need to get in there and get it done. But I will see you guys in the next clip. Hey guys, I'm just going to do a voiceover for this portion of the video. This is my glute warm-ups. I just started with some squats, being sure to squat below parallel and evenly through each of my feet, driving evenly through each of my feet. Really squeeze at the top and hold the contraction, really just trying to get some blood flowing pre-lift here. Here I did some unweighted glute bridges, once again just to get a mindful glute contraction, really working on mind-muscle connection, making sure to hold at the top of each movement. Keep in mind, guys, that when you're training your glutes, especially for women, the uglier you make them look in the gym, the better they're going to look outside of the gym. So you're going for really good squeezes and time under tension with these lifts. I call these clams. They are the same contraction as the glute bridge, but your feet are together in like a butterfly stretch position. These really bring in your outer glute muscle. The last unweighted warm-up exercise I did were just some glute kickbacks with a little bit of a rotation. You'll see I'm not kicking my leg straight back with my heel back. I'm actually rotating my knee outwards and away from my body. That just helps to warm up your hip flexors as well as your glutes. In the last part of every warm-up session, foam rolling, I always make sure to at least foam roll the area of my body that I'm working before I work out. This, once again, just like the warm-ups, helps with blood flow, getting your blood circulating to your muscles. You'll see that I'm going nice and slow here. It's not something that you want to speed through. When you find tight spots where you're sore and have a lot of tension build up, you're going to want to hold pressure there. You see me add some mobility, bending at the knees to try to work out those tight spots and adhesions. That's just going to get your blood flow into your muscles and really help you fire from the right places and get your cues in your lifts. And of course, a little bit of lacrosse ball work. This does the same thing as a foam roller, working out points of tension and built up lactic acid and muscle tissue, but it's a lot more concentrated because of the size. The tight Just like with foam rolling, you'll want to hold on the tight spots and put steady pressure. You probably won't be able to put as much of your body weight on a lacrosse ball because it is a much more concentrated amount of pressure than a foam roller, but this works wonders for your hip flexors and getting in like the small areas in your glutes. Moving into my working sets for back squats, my first 1 rep, he started at 145 pounds. My current body weight is 137 pounds. I didn't have to learn to back squat for this. I already knew the basic form, but this was my first time to ever test my weight on it. I probably did 30 pounds heavier this day than I ever have before because I'm typically doing a lot higher rep back squats. But we worked up to 155, and that is considerably heavier than my body weight, so I felt okay about it since it was my first day. The next exercise I moved into was glute bridges, and it is one that I am very familiar with. I do them most leg days. They're one of my favorites. It is one of the best ways, in my opinion, to directly load your glutes with weight. You're going to want to make sure that the weight is distributed evenly across your hips, whether you're using a barbell like I am here, or a dumbbell or a kettlebell, or even just doing them banded or body weight. It's very effective. I switch it up just depending on what type of workout I'm doing as far as my weight on them. For this particular workout, since it is a power phase, I went up on weight for every set. So you saw my warm-ups there were with a 35 on each side, so 70 pounds. And here I worked up to 100 pounds because that easy bar that I'm using is only 10 pounds instead of like a standard Olympic bar, which is 45. One thing I really want to stress to you guys is do not add weight to an exercise that you are not completely comfortable and familiar with the form of. Keep the weight light or just body weight until you can really make the mind-muscle connection and feel where you're supposed to be driving between the eccentric and concentric phases of the exercise. That means you want to have a steady bar path here. You see I held at the top, hold, and then fight on the downward as well. Keep the tension in the muscle through the entire lift. Next, I moved into double and then single leg presses. I did not record all of these sets because the weight stayed the same. On the double leg presses, I was doing 95 pounds, which is just a comfortable weight for me to go at a little higher rep range. You'll notice that I never lock out my knees completely at the top. I'm once again keeping the tension on the muscle through the entire lift. Also, something it's important to pay close attention to on leg presses is your foot placement. You'll see that my feet are about in the middle of the platform. They are not low. I see a lot of people in the gym doing these, and they make much more of an angle with their knee, and when you do that, you're really lifting the weight more with your joint than your actual muscle, and you're not engaging. You will see on my single legs here that my leg is parallel with my shoulder, which is about equivalent to my squat stance. It's not quite as wide as the double legs. It's just wide enough to get a good hamstring contraction at the bottom.
I try to do good and stay away from evil. Work my hands to the bones and take care of my people. Am I doing it right? Am I doing it right? I'm just living my life. Am I doing it right? I try to do good and stay away from evil. Work my hands to the bones and take care of my people. I'm just living my life. Yeah! Life secretly I wanna be king. My name in lights. Take all the reins. I don't need to thank you. Just give me the gold. Of course it's easy. I paved this road. Murdered this shit. Did it right. Dominated. 25 years in life. Don't think twice. I'll never change. I spent 1,000. No change. I try to do good and stay away from evil. Work my hands to the bones.
What's up, guys? I have finally made it home for the day. Way too late at 8 o'clock. I'm used to being home way before now, but as you saw in my intro clip, my day didn't really go like I planned today, but that's okay. Went in and got the leg workout done. It was hard. I'll be honest, like it was a struggle the whole workout, but I felt okay about the weight I moved, and I think we've got a pretty good base of where my programming should start from for this power phase. But a little more on why I decided to implement this type of training, because as I mentioned before, it's not my typical workout. My typical workout as a bodybuilder is going to have a lot different rep ranges because I'm going for a more hypertrophy focus, meaning the best way I can explain it is that I'm trying to tear my muscles down to the fullest extent and then refuel so that they will build back better, stronger, fuller. Okay, that's how you grow. But with this strength programming, it's going to be a little bit different because of the rep ranges. I'm moving a lot heavier weight, taking a lot more like rest periods during my workout because it's important to, you know, breathe and fully recover between your sets when you're moving that much weight, because form is not something that you want to compromise. But why I'm doing it, other than just the aesthetic aspect, I'm trying to round out my physique more and grow as a whole, as I mentioned. So other than just gaining size in my legs, I really just wanted to do this to see how strong I actually am, because I've never gone for any max lifts. I don't see myself ever powerlifting competitively or anything like that. That's not something that really drives me, it's, you know, or I wouldn't want to focus my whole athletic programming on that. But I mean, there's plenty of bodybuilders that like to do powerlifting meets and whatnot in the off season whenever they're trying to grow, but that's not something that I would ever want to jump fully into. But there's something to be said for actual physical strength and not just determining where you're at, but but what gaining physical strength does for your mental strength and your eternal strength. I truly believe that if you get stronger on the outside, it makes you a stronger person on the inside. And also, I mean, just pushing myself through those workouts is such a huge challenge for me, or it's going to be such a huge challenge for me. I know that based on the very first one, because as I mentioned, it was hard. But I'm just really excited to see what comes out of it at the end. Like I said, today was a hard day, and it honestly wasn't the best note to start on, but we all have those days, guys. We all have days where we just don't want to get in the gym. You had a long day at work, you didn't eat how you planned or how you wanted, or whatever the case may be. But, you know, in my experience, it's best to go ahead and push yourself and get in there and get it done, because you honestly will feel a lot better about it most of the time when you do. That's just excuse me, my personality type. I'm very goal oriented. Like, I have tunnel vision towards my goals. I can picture myself on stage next year and what I'm going to look like and what I'm going to feel like, and that's what pushes me through to go in on those hard days. But I'm going to go ahead and end today's filming here because I've got to fix myself something to eat. I'm starving. I didn't eat nearly enough today. That's another thing. I did not eat nearly enough for that lift, okay? Because I was really, really busy, and the things that I had to do today took me way longer than I expected to, like all of them. So my eating was kind of sporadic, even though I did carry my meals with me like I usually do. And I just didn't have enough carbs, didn't have enough fuel. for that workout, and I felt like maybe if I would have eaten more, and definitely if I would have been fresher, I would have been able to do more, but we will see next week. This is like a series that I plan on filming all the way through to track my progress, and I want to bring you guys with me. With that being said, I will definitely try to get this every week, this workout, this part of my split every week. And I will also explain to you guys more about my training split in the next clip, but that will be in the morning because tonight I'm just done with the camera thing. But hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. We are going to go grocery shopping for some meal prep tomorrow, and I'm going to share that with you guys on this vlog. Okay? So, good night. Good morning, guys. We are back after much foam rolling and a little bit of sleep. Not quite enough. Note to self, catch up on some of that stuff later. But right now, we've got a busy day ahead of us. And it's going to be a good day because I said it's going to be. I've decided it will be a good day, and so it will. We are about to go grocery shopping for meal prep day. That's what I'll be doing for the rest of the day, is cooking. I don't know that, I'm pretty sure I haven't mentioned in my first couple of videos what I actually do for a living. And I am a meal prepper, so I cook healthy meals that are prepackaged and ready to go for my clients in bulk, like for their week. It's the typical fitness, meal prep style food, but I kind of put more of a southern twist on it because that's the way I was raised cooking. So I basically took all my family's less than healthy recipes, but they were still made with whole foods, and then just lighten them up. So I serve those and just your typical bro meals like meat and veggie meals. And breakfast, I do waffles and pancakes and omelets and all of that. That's just pre-prepped and ready to go for people that maybe don't have the knowledge to meal prep for themselves, or they don't know what kinds of foods to get or how to cook them or how to prepare them in a way that actually tastes good and is satisfying. So yeah, I'm not going to do any of my recipes today because that would be too long in this video. And I mean, I cannot give them all away on the internet because it is what I do for a living. But I am going to take you guys along for the grocery trip to show you some of the ingredients I use. I do most of my grocery shopping at Walmart. I think that's pretty accessible everywhere. I can get, sorry guys, my ride got here. My meal prep helper, Martin, say hi. Hi. Hi to the tube. But anyway, we're on our way to Walmart neighborhood where I do most of my grocery shopping, like I said. They have an awesome selection of organic meat. That's one of the main reasons I go there, and also because they're smaller, so you don't have to deal with all of the BS of big Walmart. No, nobody likes going there. Okay, if you like going to big Walmart, please just go ahead and unsubscribe from my channel because I don't think we can be friends. There's something imbalanced about you. But anyway, I'm taking you guys along, so I'm going to show you guys the ingredients that I am getting, all of the fresh produce. I don't think I have to get any grains today because I already had a pretty good stock of those at home to cook with. But we will show you dudes what we get.
Pokemon Go.
Extra lean beef, has like no fat. The big chicken. I only do organic chicken. I don't like the way non-organic chicken tastes or the way it's treated. Turkey tenderloin. I will add my own seasonings to that and roast it. And we don't need any turkey cutlets, do we? I don't think we do. No, we don't do. And then just my all natural pork loins. A lot of people also don't like pork because they're not a fan of their diets or what goes into it, but if you get the natural kind, it tastes a lot better. What's up, guys? I'm reporting to you from my hammock for the last clip of this vlog. We are finally done cooking for the day. I just have to go out and make deliveries now. If you have any questions about our meal prep service, or if it's something you think you would possibly be interested in, I'm going to drop our website in the description below. Realistically, it may not be up by the time this video is because it is under construction. We are working very hard on it right now, but hopefully it will be. We are called Let Us Meal Preparation, if you can read that. That laying in the hammock is kind of hard for me to keep myself in the middle. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I did get a little bit of like recipe-ish content that's really more of just my prep tips. They were kind of really general things, but hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching and keeping on coming back to my channel. And I really appreciate you. See you later.